Welcome to level 2 of Tomb Raider 2. We are in Venice now. We've left the Great Wall of China after Lara examined the laptop of the people whom this symbol belongs to. So she's discovered that a group of Italian cultists named the Fiamma Nera are after the Dagger of Xian as well. And as you can see from the last level, or as you saw from the last level, they had already found the temple gates to the Temple of Xian and are now looking for a means to open it. And the lead that Lara picked up from the laptop is a name, and that's Gianni Bartoli. Now, as you're going to see, this is going to be the first level to really introduce human enemies, so more cultists. And that's the major difference, I would say, between Tomb Raider 1 and Tomb Raider 2. We've got a lot more combat and a lot more human combatants. So let's press on. They definitely reduced the amount of bullets basic enemies take, which I'm relieved about, because you used to have to fire for a lot longer. So we've reached the first square in beautiful Via Caravelli, Venice. And as we can see, a big difference from the original. Look at these kind of flat textures here, very pixelated. They've been really, really faithful and done a lovely job restoring them. Look at the peeling off of this bit, for example. Lovely. So, we're heading towards the hideout of this Bartoli. Though getting there is not going to be easy. As you can see, it is very well patrolled by all of his faithful goons. As you can also see, Tomb Raider 2 really distinguishes itself from the first, where we had sprawling caves and getting deeper and burrowing down deeper into sort of dark secrets, dark ancient secrets. Tomb Raider 2 takes us to very, often cityscapes and modern environments. That's another huge difference. But I think it's like if they had done the same thing for the second game, I don't think it would have been the same sensation that it sort of grew to be. So we've got a boathouse just here, and as you can see, Tomb Raider 2 also introduces vehicles to the mix of gameplay. There's a keyhole here that requires one, so we'll need to find that as well. I'll just take a second to snap this shot, in its original graphic. I love that all the windows and stuff were sort of baked into the flat texture. And I love those little awnings there. It's a big difference, I think. But really faithful too. As I've said in the previous level, there was a previous kind of port on mobile and iOS, but the HD textures were incomplete. And these ones are far superior. So we've never seen Venice look quite this beautiful, even though it is a sort of, let's say, dilapidated hideout for the most part. And the lovely new skybox too, I noticed. You can really see the edges of the original one, right? And the water, of course, that surface compared to these dancing little pixels here. Another new mechanic to Tomb Raider 2 is destructive objects. So the first is these windows here. Ah, beautiful wallpaper they put here. Almost looked like a kind of blurry leopard print before. Let's hop across this awning here. And we can go up to the balcony where we were getting shot at. The Boathouse Key. So we've got the key to the boat. We're not going to go there just yet because we did open a door within this little apartment over here. Look at these beautiful candle sconces. They were like a bent flat image before, and now they are fully 3D model. It's gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful Italian architecture there. And these windows. Oh, look at this. There's actually a kind of window, like a glass effect. Slight 3D frame. It's night and day. Night and day. Super work. This level as a kid made me want to go to Venice in real life. It was this level. As you can see, even if we do get the boat doors open, there is another door down the canal that is locked at that sort of steel gate. So that's what we're sort of trying to open a path so we can get further and hopefully reach Bartoli's hideout. All right, there we go. Amazing. So faithful. I love that they've kept the colors, that orange and red and the beautiful blue sky. For being somewhat of a little sort of derelict out of the way quarter, it's actually kind of beautiful. All right, so we'll plug the key in here. And the boathouse doors are now open. So, we're about to take our first Tomb Raider 2 vehicle for a spin. So you can either get into the water and swim up to it and press action, or we can just hop straight in like this, in style. Before we head off, getting the boat... Ooh, can be a bit tricky to maneuver. Has triggered this young assailant. Look, he was pretty well dressed, I have to say, for being a, yeah, a cultist and a bit of a mobster. I love that they've got silenced weapons as well. I love his pinstripe pants. So you guys might have remembered the magnums were in Tomb Raider 1. Well, they've been replaced with automatic pistols now. And I see that they've actually really radically changed their shape. Oh, no, not really. Okay, but they've added a hell of a lot of detail. It's really... I didn't really get the clip at the front of the gun there, and now I sort of get it. Unfortunately, that really kind of unique gunfire of the magnums is gone. So I don't like the automatic pistols anywhere near as much as them, but still pretty good. All right. Check out the difference in the boat. I love that the little like windshield glass, again, was just a flat texture. And it could barely get a curved arch for the kind of nose of the boat, which is now lovely and rounded. Well done, Aspire. Okay, so it's real dark in here. You can pop a flare so we can see what we're doing. Now, before we drive down that tunnel, I remember There's a little secret over here. The silver dragon. And some flares. And of course, in the belly of the kind of Venetian sewer system, we've got some stinky vermin as well. And as you can see, they're pretty aggressive. You can actually pick up a flare off the floor once you've dumped it, but just to do it slowly, carefully. Just gonna have a little look-see. You can see there's another room, kind of, yeah, kind of like a sewer system. We're not going to go yet because we're actually going to be coming with a boat, so don't worry about exploring it just yet. I spoke in the other level, like, look, it is still 2D, the ladder, but it's actually off the wall, which I think is a big difference from... and my flare went out, just as I went to show you. Big difference from the ladder just being totally baked into the flat texture, so that's kind of cool. Okay. Oh, I love that they've fixed that. Can you see it? Look how bad that texture is. That texture always annoyed me. Just that, like, flat grate. They've done a much better job there. Alright, we're going to go for a bit of a jump here. Rev it up. Oh, and they've added a little skylight here. Why, there's a little bit more light in this room. I don't think that was there, no. Nice. There is, as you can see in the water beneath us, a secret. That's the gold dragon. Secret number 2. And look at that water falling. I mean, big difference from oscillating images there. More like a Tomb Raider 3, like 3D model waterfall now, which is nice. They've really brought, at least from what I've seen, Tomb Raider 1 and 2 up to that sort of standard. Very, very good. Pop another flare. So now we're in the room that we sort of peered from that little balcony with the ladder. It is a lot clearer to see the water beneath, because I think they've added these. Ah, okay, potholes. I love that. I'm trying to get a better angle at it, sorry. It's just not happening. There we go. Not there in the original. So I think that's nice. And they've added a little light in here. Otherwise it would just be pitch black. And the game is very dark, as you can already see. Let's just first hop off. Let's go for a swim, as Lara says, and we will check out for any pickups beneath the water. Oh, Uzi clips, so needed. Okay, I think we've got most of them, if not all of them, yeah. Yeah, cool. Now, here's what we'll do. This door can't be opened, but there are other ways to get inside. So you can see already, right? The enemy count is so much higher than, let's say, the second level of Tomb Raider 1, Vilcabamba. And instead of killing all ordnance of animal beasts, we're pretty much... a lot of our enemies in this game are the Fiamma Nera members. Take the boat, and we're just going to drive it forward as best we can. Love that the watercolor is actually reflecting on this wood. Not there in the original. Very nice. Just leave it here. And we will return. Flip this switch. I love that light here. It wasn't there in the original. I mean, yes, that's very, like, moody and kind of atmospheric and mysterious, but I do like a new addition. This door doesn't open at all, does it? Nope. Okay. Alright, so let's close these doors. And as you'll see once we hop up here, it's raised the water level so that we can proceed exploring the rest of the level with a boat. Now, when I was a kid, I never really got that, and I went around the level swimming on my own. But that's all right. There is other boats down in the Venice canals, so fear not if you didn't catch it. It's not very obvious. I can't get over how good the water looks. Actually, kind of seems almost a lot more real than the original. So we've got these gondolas here, which are really beautiful and I love. But we're actually going to zoom right through them. We hold the action button, she'll rev the engine and go even faster. Because there's a little goon over here that I need to get rid of. That's if he doesn't kill me beforehand. What are these ammo types, you might ask? Well, we can have a look. Uzis we know. M16, so we'll be getting a fully automatic rifle at some point. Now these cultists tend to drop a lot of automatic pistol ammo, so I'm happy to go with that for the moment. As you can see down there, there's a clock face and there's a door, and there's also a couple of, that's right, underwater mines. So that's actually the entrance to the Fiamma Nera's hideout, to Gianni Bartoli's hideout. We've got a keyhole here we don't have the key for, so we'll come back. The track playing in the background is called Venice Violins, by the way, written by the lovely Nathan McCree, who did all the music for Tomb Raider 1. Unfortunately, I have cancelled it out by coming up onto this awning. And there's that sting of danger. I love how that skybox is just the hint of the rest of Italy. I think it's a nice touch. Alright, so be careful here, alright? There's no end to them. Oh, you might have noticed that as well. Lara now says, every time she picks something up. That's a little change from Tomb Raider 1. Okay, we grabbed the key here. The steel key. Look at this lovely courtyard. I always loved this. Thought it was so pretty. Look at these little lemon trees as well. Big difference from that cross section there, yeah? We're seeing that time and time again. Even that square pot. So, nice that they've replaced the 3D objects. We can hear footsteps. Thankfully, a lot of enemies drop ammo. Oh, a full pinstripe suit. Very nice. And look at those dress shoes. Come on. These are not run-of-the-mill gangsters at all. Okay. Alright, so let's do some more exploring of the level, shall we? Got Venice violins kicking back in there. I love all this stuff, so the clothes on the clothesline and stuff. Look at the difference. So faithful down to, like, you know, the shirts and the colors and everything, but just a huge little bump in fidelity. So we've got a door here, and it does not open yet. We'll keep driving around. Alright, so let's take the boat in here. And we've got a nice friend to greet us. So that switch, as you saw, opened the double doors to the cult's hideout. Got a ramp here, so we're going to jump when we break the glass here, because this is actually... Oh, there go the gondolas. This is secret number 3. I know, it's super tricky, right? Super tricky secret. I probably should have given you some more preparation. Sorry about that. But yeah. I love that angle, don't you? Okay. Oh, got some rats. Don't need automatic weapons for those. Might need a flare though. It's so dark in here. Okay, let's open that door we drove past in the boat. That guy was just sitting in here. No windows or anything. So if you wanted to, you could pretty much have ended the level by opening the door and then getting past the mines, which I'll show you how to do in a bit. But there is a bit more of the level to explore if you so choose. Because there's a couple of goodies and more enemies to kill, like this man. Might heal first. And grab a shotgun. No, he didn't leave me any goodies. Just double check that. Sometimes it sort of finds its way into the little fetal position. And there's Lara's theme, the melody of Tomb Raider. I think it's a lovely track called Contemplation. Alright, so we've got a key, by the way. The iron key. Now this will open up that lock where that cultist gentleman was past the gondolas. Alright, so you know this is going to be tricky, right? Excellent. A little antenna. And we're back in the canals. All right, so let's head back to the boat now. Austin powers my way out of that little gap there. And we'll go use the iron key. Okay, it's just another little storeroom hideout. The cultists are, you know what these guys probably are? They're probably guards. They're all around this area to make sure no one enters the hideout proper. Posted to ward them off. Okay, now, the only thing left... Alright, we've got all the pickups. I hope that's all the kills. I have no idea. The only thing left now is to exit the level. For that, we're going to... Firstly, what I think we should do is clear the path of the mines. So we're going to... in fact, I'm going to save it here. We're going to race the boat down. We're going to jump out, let it soar towards the mine and blow them up without blowing us up, okay? Excellent. So now we're going to return to that switch that opens those doors and race back here because it's a timed door. It's it's kind of like a clock tower, right? You can use this canal, I think, to get through quickly. I've never really had much luck with it or much use for it. I do believe once I drove a boat in and the gates closed behind me and I got stuck there, so I've never really used it since. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing or not, but yes, we're gonna take the long way around. It seems to be enough time, at least it was when I was a kid, so we'll get to doing that, shall we? Okay, so let's race. Ideally, I would have landed in the boat because I just wasted precious seconds, but we're going to race up this ramp. And we're going to make a beeline for the hideout doors underneath the clock tower. So as you can see, you got plenty of time. Mainly plenty of time to go around. So that was the end of the second level. I love Venice. I hope you loved it too. And we'll head to level 3.